Hey everybody, Fifth Horseman here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and we are starting the Gilpollo series of missions, and much like the Kerpollo missions, we have an A and a B ship, and we'll probably be doing this for quite a while. Ankro, it just returned safely from Kerpollo, so it is Waffle's turn to sit in the command seat of this crazy ship, and let's find out what it looks like. Look at how little it is. Okay, Waffles, I got bad news for you. You actually don't have much work to do. All you're going to do is use this science thing here to do a material study, a mystery goo, and a temperature scan, all from the surface here. And you will notice that what you get for these is a lot lower than what you all at home get for yours. And there's a reason for that, and I will tell you what that is. I modified them. I don't want as much science return as the game gives you, because if I did that, by the time I finished with a couple planets, I would be out of tech tree, and I want more tech tree. So, or less tech tree, I guess, because it's going to take me longer. So we're going to keep this data. Materials Bay, we are going to keep this data. And Mystery Goo, we are going to keep this data. And there's absolutely nothing else that this craft needs to do. So we are going to recover it. And we got 17 science for that. Or I'm sorry, we got 2.7 science for that. I think it was worth it. What about you? Okay, next ship. Gilpollo. Another Gilpollo. Kersony. You're up to bat. Okay, Kersony, you are going to in theory, you are going to go over to the launch pad and land there. That's the goal. That's your goal, so we can get the same science from there. Oh, hopefully. Hopefully this is on the launch pad. Let's find out. If not, material study, mystery goo, temperature. From the runway. Yay. Okay, keep the data, keep the data, keep the data, and recover. And Rob, you are going out into the ocean. I hope you know how to swim. I believe a rigorous swimming program is part of all Kerbal Space Program cadets training. This is actually why I put a decoupler on here. With the fuel tank and the engine on the craft, even with the parachute, it sank too quickly. It came down through the air too quickly, and when it hit the water, the science lab got died. Because yes, I do test my things here. Okay, so let's hurry up and get down there. Yeah, I think the science lab has a tolerance of 7 meters per second. It was like 7.1 meters per second. It was terrible. So come on. There we go. Okay, all this science. Let's go ahead and crew report. Oh, we get a crew report. Rob, you have extra stuff to do that not everybody has to do here. EVA report, keep it. Let's go ahead and store that in the capsule. Let's get back in while we get the rest of this stuff. Material study, mystery goo, and temperature. The goo escapes into the water, materials is in the water, and temperature for the water. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get out here and do one more EVA report. The reason I went back in is because I didn't want surface sample from the water and an EVA report from the water. That works. I didn't want him to not be able to get back in, although it looks like he can. Okay, we've got all of our stuff. Let's go ahead and recover a Rob. Rob gets 12.4 science. Well done. Okay, RD, you have the most difficult goal, and if you don't make it, you don't make it. No big deal. Your goal is to reach the grasslands over here, which are by no means easy to get with this rocket. In my testing, I didn't make it there, ever. I didn't test a lot of times. I didn't try it a whole bunch of times or anything like that. But I tried it a decent number of times, and yeah. I never made it. I don't know the ideal trajectory, but that's the best I can do. And I can already tell you this is farther than I ever made it in testing. I actually wanted to kick that thing off before I opened the parachute, but I forgot. Yeah, this is the farthest I've ever made it. I always made it right to the edge here, so with any luck, this will be grasslands or something. I don't know. It'll probably be shores, and if it is, no biggie. Let's go ahead and check what we got here. Temperature, mystery goo, and materials from the shores. Yeah. Oh well. Keep the data, keep the data, keep the data. Recover. And we've got one more mission here for bananas. Actually, we have at least one more mission after this one, but no big deal. Bananas, you have the easy job here. You just got to go a little bit this way. You're going to get reading from KSC. Okay, let's go ahead and get these. Temperature, mystery goo, materials. Recover. Okay, Magico gets the penultimate task here. The very simple task of getting these things. Temperature, mystery goo, materials. Flying at Kerbin, flying over Kerbin shores, and flying at Kerbin. Magico wants to get home here. But we got the thing at the shores, and then we got one more launch, and that's out there to get that same reading over water. And that reading is coming from none other than Artos, the new guy. I hope you enjoy your maiden voyage here. Getting you over the water. Sorry that your first flight is so boring, but that's just the way it works sometimes. I'm cycling through the names, and whoever does a big mission, like, who was it? Ankro did. Ankro got the big mission. He'll get skipped over for a big mission next time. Oh, we gotta, let's see, temperature scan and crew report. Keep the data and keep the data. And that's basically it for this mission. But because we made it to the end of the list, that means I get to be the one to go to Gilly. But as I said, that means if my name comes up again, I won't be going somewhere else, and it'll be one of you guys. So, Gilpollo is destined to be me taking the ship to Gilly. And here it is. Pretty small, really, when it comes down to it. But that's what happens when you build for going to Gilly instead of, trying to go to Moho or something like that. It's actually quite easy to get to Gilly. But we need to set up an alarm. And I'm kind of doing this off the cuff because I want this to be more of a quick and dirty thing than my other thing. So I'm going to do a transfer window from Kerbin to Eve. We're going to add an alarm. That is a year from now, which is a very long time. Okay, it is time to launch, and sadly it's nighttime, so I'm going to bump the ambient light up for you guys so you can actually see my ship here. We are turning on the thing. We are cranking up. You'll notice I have 8 of these containers here. I'll tell you why in a minute. But we're launching, and we're doing good. Basically, what we're going to do here is as the alerter alerts us to science, we are going to... Yeah, see, it highlights the ones that we have. That's pretty nice. As it alerts me to science, I'm going to read one of these and one of these and get a crew report and a temperature scan. And then I'm going to... hold on a second. It's a very loud thing in my ear. There we go. I can fix it in post, but I can't fix it for me in post. Yeah, as this thing tells me I have science to do, I'm going to do these readings, and then... skipping the EVA report when I'm running the engines, obviously. And then I'm going to do the 2 sides and then kick them off and throw them away as we go. So Let's see. And I'm actually going to start turning down because this thing has horrible handling, as you can see. And it's rotating, which is awesome. So as soon as we get a bleep bleep noise here, I need to hit this. And yes, we're already over 20, and I'm not even at the 45 yet. Over 20 over here. I'm not even at the 45 yet, which means this isn't going to be the most efficient launch, but I do have a pretty hefty margin here. Oh, and it's science time. I'm just going to do this one. It's so easy to do. Keep the data. Okay, which one did I just read here? This one. Okay, do this mystery goo. Keep the data. Where are we? Where is the 90? Okay, there's the 90. How are we doing? 73, 74. Oh, our engines just died, which is perfect. So now we can kill those. Okay, what did we actually get here? Review the data. This is upper atmosphere. And this is upper atmosphere. So we actually got these. Now, we don't have a thermometer reading from the upper atmosphere. Tell me I brought a thermometer. I didn't bring a thermometer. Okay, we are going to, we're going to revert this flight. Actually, we're not going to revert the flight. This is a failed flight. We are going to ditch this flight and drop it back into the atmosphere because we forgot one thing. Yeah, I modified this thing because I had way more delta V than I needed. So I cut a stage out, and the stage I cut out, guess what it had on it? If you guess the thermometer, you're absolutely right. Okay, let's do something fun here. Let's bring this up here, and then go boom, 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 boom. Okay, Nathan, you are doing a much better job than I was, both in the fact that you have... Oh, let's go ahead and do this. Both in the fact that you have temperatures data now, and also because you did your gravity turns slightly better than I did. Although, considering you did it slightly better, I had my apoapsis above 0, so I'm not sure if you actually did do it better. And I screwed up here, though. Let's go ahead and observe this materials bay in the upper atmosphere. Keep it and reset this materials bay so we can use it later. So once I get my apoapsis up to 75, I'm going to cut the engines. There we go. Yeah, as long as this guy has over 1,000 meters per second when we're in orbit, we'll be fine, because that will get us all the way to Eve. I might have to dump this in interplanetary space or something. No biggie. But Nathan is doing quite well now. Let's go ahead and... Now, we don't need the EVA report from here. Let's just wait till we're in space. Okay, we are in space, so I'm going to quickly observe this mystery goo and this materials bay. And we're going to keep this data and keep this data. Now you're going to get... Keep this data, that's what I said. Now you're going to get out really quick. Take the data from this thermometer. Get back in. And then we're going to take a temperature scan. Keep the data. Okay. We have 30 seconds to apoapsis, so we have no time to waste. I'm just going to hit the gas right now, because I'm not sure how long this burn's going to take. To get our periapsis up, but our time to apoapsis is going down less than 1 per second, and it looks like it's actually, I'm going to go down to about 10 here. I could dump these, but I haven't had time to capture them, or to bring them back in and collect their data, I should say. Okay, we're almost to 75 here. We're almost to 0, I should say. There we go. 0 seconds, and we're at... There we go. 74 by 75. Perfect. We are in orbit. Okay, get your butt out there. Nathan. Turn your jetpack on, and we're going to collect all this data here. We got plenty of time now. Oh. Come on. Collect the data. Yes, I'm aware of the implications of that. I always have been, and I always will be. Okay, so I've collected all the data from those. So now we are going to get back in, and then these guys here are this stage, so I'm going to bring this down. Then I'm going to hit F5 to quick save, because when you mix up staging, things bad happen. Now notice I got 1296 meters per second. And oddly enough, I still have 1296. Okay, I thought that was going to go up. Never mind. And these things are going to be in orbit. This one might go down far enough to actually plummet to, let's see, and then this one's going to be the next one. Okay, that's perfect. This one actually might go down far enough to go into the atmosphere, and that one might go up far enough that it goes down the next time. So now we have to plan our Eve ejection burn here, and ideally we'll be able to just do it. And I'm not consulting any charts or anything. I am just doing this. I'm going to use precise node to make it pretty. Actually, that's pretty already. Let's go ahead and set this as our target. We're coming in a little high, but what are you going to do? What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back by 100 seconds. Or I'm not going to go back by 100 seconds. Oh. I'm going to do this. Okay. It's about as good as you can go. So I want to bring it down a little bit. It looks like I'm going to have to... How far away is this maneuver node? It is 10 minutes away. Okay, we got plenty of time. Now, at this node here, we're going to have to sadly fix our north-south. I was expecting this to match Eve's orbit, and it's not. Okay, let's go a little bit faster on this guy. Well, I don't know what to do, so I am going to fiddle, and I'll be back. Okay, well, I gave up on Kerbal Alarm Clock. I know that there were some reports of bugs with it going into the new version where we're doing Kerbal days and etc., and they may have changed things. And I went to Alex Moon's calculator, and so it told me to fast forward 80 more days from where Kerbal Alarm Clock told me to do it, and then perform this burn, and I pretty much nailed it on the first try. So, obviously, something up with Kerbal Alarm Clock. I'm going to find out what that is, because I prefer to use in-game tools to out-of-game tools, but if the in-game tools don't work for me, I'm not going to use them. So anyway, we've got a burn here. It's 1,000 meters per second. It's most of this last stage here, which means it's going to take about a minute, maybe 50, 55 seconds to do the burn. So I'm going to hit F5, as I always do. We are going to take a look. Also, I think it was Regex commented on my YouTube channel for this new... Let's actually go into free mode and watch the Galaxy rise here. Different texture pack for the Galaxy, and I really like it, although I don't know if it shows up in the YouTube video. I can see the boundary of where the colors change in the file. I'm not 100% sure I like that, so I might keep looking for more. But there's the sunrise. We're 3 minutes from our burn, which we're going to start at 25 seconds. Of course, now I can't see it. I reserve the right to load from quick save if the not being able to see what time it was has caused me to miss this window here. I should be able to get at least really close, if not actually nail it. And I've got extra delta V, because this stage, the idea for this stage was to dump it into Eve or crash into Gilly with it. I'm trying to reduce the amount of garbage I leave in space. I will happily leave some in interplanetary space, but I don't want to leave any in orbit around anything if I can avoid it. If I can't, I won't avoid it, but if I can avoid it, I definitely will. Okay, here comes our orbit. We are getting really close. Come on, turn. Oh, we had an encounter, and I think we still do. Let's go ahead and delete this maneuver node. Oh, why am I deleting it over there? Okay, we don't have an encounter, but we have a very close encounter. I think I'm going to fix it out here, though. Because where Olberth comes in really handy there. Let's see here. What is... I need to tweak precise node. You're in the exact wrong spot. I know I put you there, but that's the way it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to tweak it out here because it's going to be 40-some meters per second to fix. So we're going to worry about that when we get out there. Okay, so we don't need this. We're going to actually start a whole new maneuver node. Just lessen our... No, not lessen. Add to our speed out here. Focus view. Okay, I guess view is focused. Okay, I thought I had a connection here. A love connection. Oh, there it is. It's really bad. Okay, let's see. So let's bring it in a little bit. Oh, I love it when the game does that. Okay, and then let's, I think, radial? Whoa. Bring it back in. I want to be on the other side of Eve. There we go. And come on. Be nice. I'm nice to you. There we go. And if I go radial, negative, it vanishes. It's crazy how it does this. But obviously we're close. I'm not actually going to be doing like an arrow capture or anything at Eve. My goal here is to... So this is probably going to be... What happened there? That was crazy. Oh, great. Now, because I deleted node 2, node 1 is gone. Okay, let's try this again. Add a maneuver node here, and... Grrr. Okay, let's just get rid of that. We're just going to do this maneuver node. Obviously, this is not precise node's fault. I think I have ambient light turned way up. I do. There we go. Looked really bright. This was not precise node's fault. That was the game's fault. The game... these conics, especially when you're in crossing multiple spheres of influence, they get extremely confused. So this 19 meter per second burn here is going to get us our even counter. So I'm going to fast forward out to that. But first, we are going to have some science to do because one of these is destined to get us high over Kerbin. And look at that. Crew report, high over Kerbin. Let's keep it. EVA report, hop on out. Take your EVA report. Get back in. Materials and mystery goo. Keep. And I don't think the thermometer works this far out. The thermometer, Nathan remembered to slap on the side of his ship here. Review, no. Oh, log the temperature. Cancel that. Apparently Nathan, while he remembered to put the thermometer on his ship, he forgot to grab the data from it. And I just realized I did something stupid, which was take these readings with just using the mod. So now get on board. Let's reset these. Reset. And reset. Let's take these from out here. Observe. And observe. The reason I'm taking them from here... See, when you just click on here, it picks one at random. I want to do these in particular. Actually, that's a request I can make for the guy. Keep the data. And keep the data. If he could... If this mod could view the staging over here and realize that I want to dump these before I dump these, he could actually pick the ones that are on the earliest stages. I have no idea if that's possible, but I've been told by many modders that I shouldn't decide if it's possible or not. I should just request it and let them decide if it's possible or not. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and there's no need for him to get out and get that. And I don't think temperature works out here. Can't be done right now. Yeah, so. Okay, So now we have high over Kerbin science. So we are going to leave Kerbin's sphere of influence. There's not much to look at, I guess, out there. Look at that. That's also Astronomer's Cloud Pack. He's working on Aurora Borealis, which will be pretty freaking awesome when it comes out. Bye-bye, Kerbin. Bye-bye, Moon. There's Minmus. I'm pointing at my screen. There's Minmus right there. We will come to you guys eventually. Close the alarm and unpause. Now it's telling me... Oh, there we go. It was telling me I needed 1,000 meters per second, which is obviously wrong. I need 19, and we have more science. So let's bring this up so we can see the science we need to do, and we're going to actually observe this materials bay and this mystery goo. We're going to keep it, and then the only thing we have is an EVA report, which is kind of odd. Oh, wait. Yeah, because I forgot to get the crew report. That's one of the things I wish had just happened. Keep this data. Take all the data. And I wish you weren't upside down. I guess I can fix it by doing that. Okay. Turn your lights on so the people at home can see what you're doing. The first Kerbal to ever leave Kerbin's sphere of influence.